sell it, I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my win.
Coach, these fans have waited for this moment for decades, but playoff football has come to First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Coming up, it's Divisional Round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the Houston Texans and the Cleveland Browns. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
This is it. 18. Hey, tight. That's the what. Hey, 31. Alert. Team, we got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8.
I'm going to run you over. 36. Kill. To the car.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. After the penalty, it's Miller. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down.
But it's 4th down.
On 4th down, Trevor Daniel on to punt. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Taking it about the 16. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
They run again on first down. Chubb. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. Dropped at the 35. Able to display his agility, but not much room to operate. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
20. 51's the mic. I smell fear in that offense.
They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Alert!
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. He finds Taylor, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
First down.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. A 5-yard touchdown run. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. The Texans send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Now Landry. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started.
Sponge! Alert, alert! Alert, alert!
They go play action here on 1st down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. That's going to be an intriguing matchup to continue to watch. You don't get in the playoffs without having a good guy to cover out wide. If they want to move on, get in the championship, then the Super Bowl, he's going to have to be big in this one.
And this is not basketball where you're worried about your star getting fouls and getting in trouble and maybe not playing as much. You take your number 1 guy, put it on their number 1 guy, and try and limit their offense.
DJ Reader there on the tackle.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football. Caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And now Mayfield on the bootleg. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. On to the 2nd from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On to the 2nd from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Mayfield now. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jarvis Landry, 33 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post-grab?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
It's a party now. It's a party now.
A first down carry now for Miller. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
54. Line him, go. Mike, number 53. Line him, go.
Watson going to give this one to Miller. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
You're set. 19. 24.
On 3rd down, Miller. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Check. 31. Hey, we got to snap it.
Watson just beating the play clock. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
4 down. Check. 58 for Mike. 58 for Mike.
Watson. Safarian Jenkins has it. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys, but you and I both know that's easier said than done when the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
It's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 27. They go back to the ground now with Miller. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 29-yard line.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Here's Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. Mayfield now after the fumble recovery. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. That's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs.
First down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Go ahead. 180. 51. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
They'll run on first down. Hunt. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
180. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50. Hey, let's get this. Get this.
Now on 2nd and 13. Mayfield. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
On first down, it's Hunt, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Hit. 180. 50 to Mike. 50 to Mike.
On 2nd and 12, Mayfield. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards the pickup there.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
They'll run on first down. Hunt. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 15 yards on the play, first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Come on, baby.
Final play of the half, Mayfield. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So it's on to halftime of this AFC divisional round matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
They had enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it? Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Out. 5 down. Stand up in.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So good work there on the defensive side for the first drive of the 2nd half.
Yeah, and until their offense can get into rhythm, their defensive players and staff have got to say to themselves, we've got to make it work. We've got to stand in here and make sure nothing else happens until our guys start moving the ball.
51 yards on the punt there. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
58, boy, 58, Mike. Pick it up. 58 for Mike, 58 for Mike.
24 is down, he's coming.
Here's Watson. It's complete to Hopkins. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Miller, he's got the first down and more inside the 40. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, 53 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Browns drive about to get started. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
3rd and 1.
Go, Mike. 180. Hey, it's coming up. Hey, let's go.
On the run, this is Hunt. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now a play fake here on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Let's go.
Now Mayfield. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in the second half. Instead, it's third down.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Going back to Landry. This time he's got him complete. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the first down. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Freddie Kitchens going to push the envelope. His guys will go on 4th down. Now Mayfield on 4th down. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And he's brought down, but following a pretty juke move that gives him the first down. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Mayfield now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, 133.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
2 times. Out. 5 down. Stand up in.
Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards there and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
180. Run. Don't let it breathe. Play outside deep. Don't let it.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mayfield. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. They'll run with Chubb, and he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Oh, yeah, and here we go again.
Mayfield to throw it. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's got it. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Hey, keep it in. Hey, keep it forward. Forward, trot.
Now Watson. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this third quarter of play. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Call that a very strong gain of 24. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind, with him running the team, that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
On 1st down, it's Miller. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert.
2nd and 10 at the Browns' 48.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Check it out, read. Order.
Now it's Watson. It's complete. Stills. Past the 12. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Houston. Kenny Stills, 48 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone.
Texans 13.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fielded about a yard deep. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They'll run again with Hunt. And an alley to run. The Red Sea parts looks, and there he goes. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kareem Hunt, 66 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
Apparently the week off hasn't hurt him one bit. 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season. Get his first touchdown here in the playoffs. Perhaps the week off energized him.
A great article in the paper this morning basically saying that they would not have won the division without him, and he's not their only piece, but I think that's a fair statement.
It's easy to say it this way. He's their main guy.
And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. Aaron Ripkowski taking it in. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed two, but this one is good. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Now a first down throw, Watson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers. So a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
Back to the air, Watson on second down. And the catch made by Hopkins. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
They'll run on first down. It's Miller. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through three quarters, no reason to lighten up now. To throw is Watson, and Stills bringing it in. A huge play there for Houston, and even 50 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Give him 3 on the gain there. Second and goal. One man in the backfield. That's Miller. Second and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a third and goal. They isolate Hopkins on the left side. They got to have 6 here. It's third and goal.
Check 3, check 3, check 3. Kill.
They'll try to run it in. Johnson. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Let's get it.
And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down.
Check. Hey, 31.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Browns are able to come up with a goal line stand. The Browns drive about to get started.
King.
They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And not much there at all, as he'll get this only up to about the 11. Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. They run again with Hunt. Room here to run. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. He's at the 30. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. A big run by Kareem Hunt. 69 yards.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
4 down.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Here we go. Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right. 4 down. Alert.
Under 10. 10.
On 2nd down now, it's Hunt. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. That 2nd down run, a big help as 7 yards leaves them with just a 3rd and 3 now.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Protect. 180. Hey.
They run with Hunt. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And the Texans say they have it. They do.
We've got plenty of weather here today. We've got some snow going on, and they've come out of a dome. And there have been 2 ways of getting ready for this. Some have said, don't worry about the weather. Just practice in your normal conditions and handle it on game day. And others have said, find some weather, find some conditions somewhere, and try and get ready. What do you think?
Well, whatever the preparation there, the snow causing the fumble.
Uniform.
Following the fumble recovery, Watson. It's complete to Fuller. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
Ready? I got trick this side. 54. You got 3.
Key 26. Key 26.
Watch time. Alert. Time right.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Back to throw, Watson. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Sheldon Richardson able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Pull it together. No. Off. Check. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine. That's it. For you. I'm coming after you. 53's the mic.
Play action for Miller. Now Watson. He's going to let it fly. This is caught inside the 15.
Let's go, baby.
And Charles, if you're the coach of the losing team, even though you made it to the playoffs and there's part of that feels good, what do you say to your guys after?
I think you probably tell them how proud you are of them to make the effort to get to this game and then point them towards the future. If we're good enough to get here, all we've got to do is work harder, be better, and we can be good enough to go farther.